Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and I'm in the middle of a massive declutter. I have too much stuff and I'm going through what I have and I'm making some hard decisions. Some of the stuff I've just had for too long. And so they're spoiled or they're old or I've forgotten about them. Some of them, they don't really work for me as a lady of a certain age and I have to get them out of my collection. I'm not getting any younger and there's no reason to keep onto these if they don't really work for me. I've got products right now that I'm swimming in. I thought 2 years ago, 2+ years ago when I started this channel that I was going to need a lot of product, and then I bought all of the things. All of the stuff is purchased with my own money, and there's no one to blame for this gross miscalculation of funds except for myself. So in my attempt to get things under control, to decrease some of the clutter in my life, I'm going through this. Please don't judge me poorly on the fact that I'm throwing away what amounts to dollar signs. I'm doing enough beating up of myself. I don't need you to help. So right now we're going through contours and bronzers. I'm putting them together in the same category because I don't do a whole lot of bronzer. Occasionally, when I think of bronzer, I think of luminous, shiny, bronzery type thing. And I'm much more of a contour person than I am a bronzer. Some of them I do more bronzing, if you will, and I will use a contour that's gonna warm up the skin a little bit, but I never really got into like the full all over your face bronzer type stuff. Some of it's gonna be painful. Some of it, I'm not gonna think twice about it. I'm just gonna put it in this massive, overwhelming pile of trash, and we're gonna move on from there. If you guys are interested, go ahead and stick around. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you guys anything. It just helps me on my way to becoming an actual monetized channel, which I'm not there yet. I don't expect to be there by the time this video goes up. In fact, I don't expect to be there by the end of the year. And when I do, I'm gonna do a massive giveaway. I've done a couple giveaways already, and I love giving back to you guys, especially when I find products that either I like so much that I buy multiples of and then share those with you, or sometimes I just have stuff that I purchased and then I went, why do I have this? It's too much. So I'm giving away, I've got a lot of stuff to give away. I've got stuff that I'm donating. I'm working on it. Any of the stuff that I feel is expired, I'm not donating it. I'm not making it available for anybody else to go through and take a look at, which sometimes I do. Sometimes I have my son's friends. I've got some makeup artist friends that are trying to build their collection. I'll maybe make some products available for them if I feel like they haven't turned, but there's no reason to donate things that are clearly bad. I don't want to hurt anybody. That's not my goal in life. My goal in life is not to actually hurt anybody. Okay, you guys, so first things first, this Ulta contour kit. I think this is great if you are new to makeup and you need to learn how to do it. They give you a map on the front of where to put it on your face. And these are powder products. I've had these for years. I've barely used them. You're going away. Here's one that I'm not getting rid of. This is a Natasha Denona Sculpt and Glow palette. It has cream products. It has powder products. This is great. I love this. And it's Natasha. So I don't want to get rid of something that I actually have a lot of, there's some value to it, even if I don't use it as much as I'd like to. I'm going to be getting rid of other things that aren't as expensive. Here's something that was really expensive. This is the Scott Barnes Snatch and Glow. What is it called? Sculpting and Contouring #1. I feel like I'm losing my voice because I've been doing so much talking. This was like my first Scott Barnes palette, and I use this for face and eyes. If you have one Scott Barnes palette that you get, this is it. This is your face and eyes. You've got kind of like a warmer burgundy color almost. I think works well for blush as well as eyeshadow. You've got a number of shades in here. I'm not going to sell you guys on this palette. I do have a video where I've used it all over my face. I'm keeping that. I don't know how I feel about the large palettes, you guys. I think I probably reach for them more than I do like the single ones. Here's another one. This is a Natasha Denona Contour Sculpting Powder. This is great. I should probably put this on my face right now. Hold please. This is what I needed. I've had makeup on my face. I filmed this look hours ago when I started doing this declutter video. That's what I needed. I needed this in my life. It's been sitting in this box waiting for me to do something with. That's the other thing is I haven't been using these things because they've been in this room waiting for me to film with it, and I haven't. And there's a mix in here, you guys. I'm all over the place at this point. But there's a mix of cream and powder products in here because I interchangeably use both. Here's one that I loved so much. This is the Soul Medium Face and Body Bronzing Balm. I have loved this so much. I wanted to make sure that if I got through this, I had a backup, so I bought a backup of it already. And they are the same shade, right? Hold on. Yeah, medium. No, wait. Yeah, they're both in medium. So I've got my heir and a spare of this already. I'm gonna keep it because I love it that much. Here's another Natasha Denona palette. This is in tan. I'm gonna keep this one. I'm going through all the ones that I'm keeping. I don't know why. I've got tans and I've tan and bronze. I think I actually like bronze slightly better, but I'm not getting rid of it. Here's one that I am gonna get rid of. This one's from Ulta Beauty. This is an illuminator. So it's actually probably more of a highlighter, but it is, oh my gosh, the condition of this is so bad. When they say that powders can be kept for up to 2 years if they're stored correctly, this is, well, I guess it is secure. I'm getting rid of this. I don't even need to discuss it. Okay, I said that there was another one. This is the ND Bronze Face Glow Palette. This has barely been used, and I really, really like it. Ooh, I'm gonna make stuff kind of fall here. So we're keeping that. With the tans, I got tan and bronze. I have a couple of these e.l.f. contour powder or contour palettes. There's one of them. They're cream products, and they're great. I think that's the old one, though. And this is the newer one. There's probably another one even in here because I saw this relatively recently at a Target. I don't think maybe 4 months ago, and I'm pretty sure I bought a backup of it. Do I need both of these? Nope. One of them looks like it's slightly newer than the other, but I'm gonna get rid of the one that I think is in the old packaging, and I'm gonna keep this because, not because I like this package, but because I can actually see what's in it. And this works so good for either no makeup days or reverse contouring. That's when I like that one the best. All right, this is when I think of bronzers, this is the typical glowy bronzer that I got. This is the Jaclyn palette Flare. They didn't have a lighter one that I thought would work for me better. This one's a highlighter, right? The light one's a highlighter. The other ones are a little bit more bronzy, and the shades, they feel luxurious. The shades are just not what I can get away with as a highlighter. They're almost more of an eyeshadow, maybe a bronzer. I don't know. I'm keeping the palette because it's a nice, gorgeous palette. I don't necessarily need that one though. Some of these I've got up here on the top of it because I've been using them recently. Here's one that I don't think I need to keep. This one's from Becca. It's pretty much the one from Jaclyn, but older. I'm not gonna wear it. We're getting rid of the Becca one. Whew, Becca's good quality too, but I just don't need that one. Here's another Becca. This is a Becca, Chloe, and Malika palette. This reminds me of the Hourglass one. Let me swatch some of these really fast and see what like. That's pretty light. Okay, they're not really, like, there's 2 shades in here that I think I would actually use. Bye-bye, Becca. Can we say bye-bye, Becca already? Okay, here's a contouring blush and bronzing powder. This has barely been used. I don't think I need this though. I don't think I need this. I think if I've got the Natasha, then I'm not going to use this. So it might work out well for travel. Nope, I'm not gonna keep it. If it's on the question, I'm not gonna keep it. Here's one I am gonna keep though. This is the one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a ginormous bronzer and it's gorgeous. I love that one. Here's one I don't like. This is Wet n Wild. It says it's a highlighting powder. It's more of a highlighter, I think, than a bronzer. I kept it in with the bronzers because it seemed like it was a darker color. But yeah, and it's fine. It feels like it's finely milled, but it's not, I'm just not a highlightery kind of person. I'm really not. And I feel like I've got enough highlighters already. Here's a JCat contour palette. I bought the JCat Masterclass ones, but this was the first one that I got. This reminds me a lot of the e.l.f., just in a smaller, more compact size. I don't know. I feel like these are maybe a little contoury, but more concealer-wise. I don't know that I need to keep it. I don't mind that it's got multiple colors. I'm gonna keep it. I'm hungry. I've got like the shakes. All day. Okay, you guys, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzers. I have a bunch of these. I know I've got probably more. This is like the OG bronzer, right? This is the one that everybody loved. Why do I have so many of them? I have a brand new one that I haven't even opened. It says it's a new look. It doesn't say it's a new formula. This one's in light bronze. And then I have medium, and then I have light, and then I have deep. I don't think I'll ever use deep, right? Deep is gonna be too dark for me, even in the summer. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I was gonna use it as a contour, maybe. I think I need to get rid of it though. All right, let's look at medium. See, medium feels more like an all over the skin, warmer. The consistency is great. I feel like this is maybe a summer shade. Is that medium? It just says bronzer. This one doesn't say anything. It just says bronzer on it. Is it really no shade? It says bronzer. What is this one? This one says light bronzer. So I've got a bronzer and a light bronzer. So I feel like the light bronzer I could maybe use right now. Do I actually need these? I don't know if I'm going to use those. This is not working out very well for me. Here's one from Wet n Wild. I'm going to get rid of this one. This one says bronzer. The other one says bronzer, but they're so dark. One Sunset Striptease, one Palm Beach Ready. I think I'm getting rid of both of these. It's Wet n Wild. I don't need to keep it. Oh, remember I said I thought I had another one? Here's a completely unopened one. So do I need both of them? You know what? Because I love this so much, I'm going to gift it to one of you guys. Brand new, hasn't been opened. Here's one that I've actually really been enjoying. I think there's mixed reviews on this Liss one, but I like the bronzer. I have the Liss foundation that I like, so I don't mind keeping using those two together. Okay, here's some Morphe ones. This is too warm for me, I think. Well, okay, maybe it doesn't look too warm. That one actually doesn't look bad at all. This one I think is too shiny. Yeah, that one's too shiny. That's too much of a highlighter. That's too dark. So we're not keeping that one. I don't know if I want to keep the small little Morphe one though. We're gonna keep the small little Morphe one. We got rid of one. Here's the little one from Marc Jacobs. This is a nice little travel size. I almost wish it had a little tiny mirror in it, but it does not. Wait, does it? It has a sticker. I don't think there's a mirror underneath it though. That's a cute little travel size. I might have to keep that one. Why do I feel like I'm losing my voice, you guys? Here's one. I think I've had this one a little bit forever. This is a Maybelline Mineral Powder Illuminator. We're not even gonna open this. I'm afeared that it's gonna get all over the place. We're getting rid of that one. And Anastasia, Beverly Hills. This one's actually a stick foundation, but it's in a shade that's so dark for me. Oh yeah, and that's like a gray dark. That's not gonna work. I don't need gray foundation products on my face. We're gonna keep this one though. This is a Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow little duo. So it's kind of like a highlighter and kind of like a bronzer. It's a little warm for me, but I'm gonna keep that one. Gonna get rid of this. Oh, gonna get rid of this one. This is from Ulta Beauty. This is a matte bronzer. This was not very expensive. I don't feel bad about getting rid of that one. I don't even really feel bad about getting rid of this one. This one's one from Milani, and it's actually almost brand new, but it's so hard panned. We're not going to keep that one. We're going to keep these ones from Jaclyn. I thought I had another one, but I don't see it here. These are her cream bronzers, and they're actually very, very lovely. They're a little bit similar to the Soul Face and Body one. I've got Toasty and Sandy here. I think I can use both of those interchangeably. They're about the same color. We're just going to keep both of them. Some of the Charlotte wands. I'm trying to see if I have another one in here. I don't seem to have another one in here, which is good. So I've got the original and I've got two backups. These are both the same exact contour wand. I love, love, love Liss. As a color, as an applicator, as a blendable, you know what I don't love? The stupid cushiony applicator thing on one side. I have gotten rid of so many products that have that on it. I've just gotten some stuff on the end here. I've gotten rid of so many products since I've been filming this series of stuff that has that kind of sponge tip applicator. So if these weren't Charlotte Tilbury, I'd probably consider getting rid of these too, but because they're CT, I'm keeping it. Here's another one I'm keeping. This is the one from Jaclyn Cosmetics again. This one's beautiful. As far as a powder bronzer goes, this is gorgeous. Love that on the skin. Okay, here's one that's new to my collection. I think I might have to keep this one too. This is from BH Cosmetics. It says In the Buff. This is light medium. These worked for me as bronzers and as eyeshadows, kind of similar to the one from Scott Barnes, just cheaper, less expensive. I say cheap, but I'm gonna say less expensive. Okay, here, this is a highlighter from Fenty. I don't know what this is doing in here. That's gross. I'm not keeping that one. I don't care for highlighters too much, so I don't know why there would be highlighters in this. What did I just drop? I feel like I've got some things that are mixed up. I've tried to keep everything really well organized, but I haven't done a very good job. All right, you guys, this is one from ColourPop. This is from the, I think it's from, I don't know if it's from the Going Coconuts collection. Can I even get this open? Yeah. This one is in Coconut Beach. I don't think I've barely used this. It's pretty. I don't know how old this is. Like, the paint isn't completely worn off. I know it's under 2 years, so I'm gonna keep that one, I think. Oh, here's one from Thrive. I feel like this is very warm. Yeah, that's too warm for me, I think. That's too bad. All right, we're getting rid of that one. This was in Sun Chaser, Blur and Sculpt Bronzing Powder in Paloma. I actually like a lot of Thrive products, but I don't need to keep that. Here's another one that I'm not going to keep. This is the Color Cosmetics Heaven Highlighter Kit. These are highlighters. and they're not highlighters I need to have. This has barely been used. That's how little I actually use highlighters. I've had these for so long. Here's another one. This was in C Color Paradise highlighter kit. This one I think kind of fell apart. I've probably had this more than that. Getting rid of that one. So we've got Heaven and highlighter, which I said goodbye to. This one I'm going to keep though. This is the BH Weekend Vibes Belgian Waffle. These are very, very pretty. These actually work really well for me and my skin tone, kind of a light, medium, neutral. I've got like powders, I've got highlighters, and I've got more of a like kind of a bronzer contour type thing. 6 color baked powder and highlighter pans. Yeah, we'll keep that one. We're gonna probably keep this one too. This is from Marc Jacobs. I love the packaging. It's a beautiful large sized bronzer. This one is in shade Tantric. I like that one. Very pretty. Okay, not keeping this. This is a C Color Illuminating Palette in Strobe. I don't know why I've got highlighters mixed into here, but that's going away too. Evidently I didn't keep a good job of keeping them separate. Here's a C Color Cosmetics Contour Kit as well. This one's not bad, but I don't ever use it, and I think it's getting to the end of its shelf life, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. All right, I have to decide if I want to keep this one or not. This one's the one from Profusion. I think because I have to ask, I'm not going to. This is their Pro Contour Palette from Profusion Cosmetics. It was perfectly fine. I'm getting rid of it only because I have too much stuff and I need to make some hard choices. This is actually a blush and kind of bronzer. They're calling it a face palette. It's a like blush and bronzer palette together. This one's from Morphe. I actually like this. You've got a couple shimmers in here that kind of give you your sparkle. This one's probably too warm for me, but you've got a couple other ones and some blushes. I don't know what I would use this light color for. Maybe just as a little bit of a brightener. Yeah, it's actually called brightener. I'm gonna keep this unless I have another one that's very similar to it, and then I might get rid of it. Okay, here's an Estee Lauder bronzer. I picked this up when I was traveling. I like the case. It was far too shiny for me. I wanted something that was a little bit more contouring. It's called a sculpting brush in Brazen Bronze. It was too shiny for me. That one's expensive, but I'm gonna get rid of that one too. Here's one from Ciate London that's all sparkly and stuff. I think this is more of a highlighter. I know I could use it as a bronzer. I just don't. I don't use it as a bronzer because I don't think it really works for my skin. Here's another one from Morphe. This is a big one. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of this one. I have some of the other big ones. I don't need that one. Here's one from LA Girl, this matte bronzer. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep this one. This is two-toned and I think it looked beautiful on the skin. We're gonna keep that one. Here's one from Essence, this matte bronzing powder. Now, if I'm gonna do a bronzer, I'm probably gonna do matte, right? And this is beautiful on the skin, but I think out of the Essence or the LA Girl, I think I'm gonna keep the LA Girl. It's a little bit newer to my collection too. This one I've had now for going on at least a year and a half. This is a Believe Beauty one in light medium highlighter and contour palette. And I feel like it's a blush, a contour, and a highlighter. I don't need it. We're moving on. Okay, here's another one from Ciate London. This is another bronzer that's less shiny than that other one, but I think it's too red. Yeah, it's too red. We're moving on from that one too. If it's not gonna work, why keep it? Okay, Iconic London. This is a gorgeous large bronzer palette. And while I have some other ones, I think this is a good one for this time of year because it's very lightweight. I can actually use it and not look like I've got a bronzer for a summer color on my skin right now. NYX High Glass. This is in shade medium. This is too much for me. It's too much of a highlighter. Too shiny. I can't use that one. Okay, here's another big one. This one's from ColourPop and it's lighter and pretty warm. This is a matte bronzer. Yeah, this is in Miramar Beach. I don't think it's that old. I think this is the kind of thing that during this time of year, I can use it to warm up my skin if I need to, and the fact that it's matte makes me love it. So remember when I said if I found one that was like the Morphe one, that I might keep the other one? This is actually Makeup Revolution, but it's their collaboration with Roxy. And it's very pretty. So let's look at these two side by side here. I think one is significantly newer than the other, and that might have to be my deciding factor. Okay, so while I think that the Morphe one, I like the blushes that are in here, I feel like this one from Roxy has better contours. I'm gonna keep the one from Makeup Revolution Roxy and get rid of the Morphe one. The one I have to get rid of. This is one from C Color Cosmetics. It's Fantasy Glow Kit. Some of these are dupes for something else. Like this hasn't ever even been used. I bought it because it's like, oh, I thought I needed to have all of the C Color Cosmetic stuff, and I don't need to have that. We're getting rid of that one. Okay, here's one I don't think I've used either, or maybe I did. I'm guessing this came in a subscription box. This is from Touch and Soul capsule, and it's called Glowdient Makeup Powder. So let's take palette. So take a look at this. The case is cute. See, and so it's all shiny. It's beautiful because it's all ombre'd out and stuff, but I don't think I can wear those shades. Those are too shiny for me. I'm actually gonna put that in a giveaway because it looks beautiful and I've never even swatched it. So this is one from Alamar Cosmetics. I love this. This has 3 different shades in it. There's Rise and Grind, which is a brightener, and then, but it's matte, and then we've got a 2 different bronzer. One's a bronzer and one says it's a deepener. This is a beautiful little palette. I really like this. It doesn't smell like anything, but I really like it. Here's another one that I like. That's relatively new to the collection. This is one from Juvia's Place. This is in light, and I think that works for me. I can keep that one. Here's one from Glamlight that I'm also keeping. This one, you really have two highlighters. You have a really perfect bronzer, and then you've got 2 highlighters. This is almost too gold for me to use as a highlighter. Graham cracker, marshmallow, and chocolate. I really like this. I liked it when I got it. I'm going to continue using it. I think it works in my collection. Here's one that I think I have too many other duplicates for. This is one from Makeup Revolution. It's barely been used. It still has the R right on it. This says Mega Bronzer in 1 Cool. Do I have another one that's like this? I think this reminds me of the LA Girl one, so we're going to get rid of that. Here's another highlighter that probably doesn't belong in this. This is one of those Mirror ones from Physicians Formula. Yeah. Do I need this? I think I kept enough highlighters. I don't need that. Getting rid of it. Here's one from MAC. I have had this so long. It's hard panned. It's gross. We're getting rid of that. Here's one that I absolutely adore, but it fell apart. It still smells like cocoa. This is the chocolate gold from Too Faced. Did I buy a backup of this? Okay, I don't know that I have a backup of this, but I do have the Cocoa Contour from Too Faced, so I'm going to keep this one. This is the bigger face palette that still smells like chocolate. So I'm going to keep these. The orange I think I can use more as a blush, and then I've got 2 kind of brighteners and then three contours. So I'm going to keep that one, and I'm going to get rid of the busted one. This is good to be going through and doing this. Revlon Skin Lights. I think, why do I have highlighters in here? I didn't mean to do a highlighter part 2. I think I'm going to get rid of this one, this highlighter, even though it's barely been swatched. I have the Revlon Skin Lights eyeshadows that I really like. I probably bought this at the same time, but I'm just not going to use it, so we're going to get rid of it. Here's another one I'm getting rid of, Believe Beauty. It's perfectly fine. This is the Hawaiian Glow in the Tropics bronzing powder. I think it has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Maybe not. I'm not going to call it matte, but I don't think it has too much of a glow, which is actually nice. Here's one from Kylie. I think I swatched this. It looks awfully red. Yeah, it is far too red for me to use. That is not staying in my collection. Here's one that's one of her highlighters called Ice Me Out. I'm not going to keep that one either. Really no reason why it feels like it's actually falling apart on me. Okay, this is relatively new. This is from El Maquillage, and I bought this. I'm trying not to get the stuff all over my face. But this is like a bronzy powder. I think this is the only like serious luminous, shiny bronzing powder that I'm going to keep just because I just got it. And it's very pretty. I think it's too shiny for me right now, but it might work in the summer. I'm going to keep one. Then that's going to be the one that I keep. Okay, remember I said I had that Too Faced contour. I also have some of these mini bronzers. One of them says matte, one of them says gilded, but these are the little tiny travel sizes. Yeah, luminous and matte. So because these are unused, I'm going to keep both of those. I'm getting so close, but I have to change my battery. Okay, you guys, I am getting through this mess. I'm getting so close. I have to stay hydrated. Some of these I think I really like. Some of them I don't think I like so much. So this is an e.l.f. It says Glimmer Stick. That's a highlighter or something. I don't even know what that is. Glimmer Stick. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I'm getting rid of that one because I don't know what it is. I'm keeping both of these Merit sticks, these bronzer sticks. These are brand new. I think these work really well for no makeup days. I got them in 2 different shades. One of them, the first one I got, I think the first one was Sen or Clay. Which one? Hold on. Let me see if I can tell you by swatching them. So the first one was Clay. It was gifted to me in order to do a review, so I'm glad I have it, but the Sen one was a little bit better of shade match for me, and I purchased that one with my own money. The other one that I'm going to keep that I've absolutely fallen in love with is from M Cosmetics, and this is a So Soft Summer Stick. This one and the blush stick that I got from M Cosmetics, I use these all the time. Talk about the most effortless cream contour stick you can possibly want. Love, love, love. I think I'm going to keep that in lieu of some of these other contour sticks here. I've got two of these from NYX. They're fine that you have, you know, a bronzer and an illuminator on one side. I just never use these, and I don't know how old they are, so we're gonna get rid of them. I have one from Private Society. Do you guys remember Private Society? I think I did a video once. I don't even know that I edited it and posted it. I bought a bunch of Private Society stuff, and then I realized it was just kind of junk. So I'm getting rid of the Private Society one. I'm also getting rid of this one from AOA. This is like the Shot Miss A, AOA Studios. This one's Sculpt Fix. I actually like the shade. The little bitty tiny one that I don't think I'll ever use. Now, I've got one from Wet n Wild, which I don't think I need to keep. I was gonna maybe throw it in a travel thing, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. I do have one from KK Beauty though, that I think I like. Oh, it's so light though. Yeah, this is like a highlighter and concealer. It says medium highlighter. I don't know that I need this, you guys. We're getting rid of it. I just don't use highlighters all that much. Here's another one. I think I've had this for a long time. This is like a cream highlighter, and it's pink. Not keeping it. Okay, this one I actually kind of liked as far as like a glowy one. This is in, so this is an Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in 02. I don't think it was too glowy. No, it's actually really pretty. It's subtle enough, and I like the tortoiseshell package. It actually feels very luxurious to use, so because I enjoy the experience. This is one I forgot that I have. This is one from ColourPop. It's one from the Mulan collection called Matchmaker. It's actually very pretty, but it does have some sparkle to it. I don't know if I need to keep that one. I also have the one from the the Baby Got Peach collection. This is old now. As much as I enjoyed this one's called Perk Up. I think I'm getting rid of this because I think Baby Got Peach came out more than 2 years ago, right? You can only keep the stuff for so long. Here's one that I thought was actually pretty, but I don't really care for the scented stuff. This is the In Love with Cocoa face palette from Wet n Wild. I think I've gotten rid of all the other, the Wet n Wild setting spray, the primer, and now the bronzer that it was in that Cocoa. I thought it was a good idea at the time. I can't keep it. Here's another one that I'm getting rid of, the NYX High Glass. I had another one that was a lighter shade that was in my palette, my powder declutter. It's too shiny for me. Here's one I'm gonna keep though. This is from Item Beauty. This has two different tones in it. One's a little bit too red for me right now. One of them is pretty neutral. Actually, I enjoyed a lot of the products from Item Beauty. So Matchmaker, do I keep this? I feel like I have so much, and with the suspended glitters in here, I'm not gonna, I'll let someone else enjoy it. I'm not gonna keep that one. Here's another one I'm gonna get rid of. This is the e.l.f. Bite Size. The bronzer's just too red for me. The highlighter is just not one that I wear because, again, I've got a few highlighters I've kept. I haven't gotten rid of all of them. I'm gonna get rid of both of these. One of these is from Joyer, and one of them is from Manicadar Glow. I don't know why these highlighters ended up with my bronzers. I guess I was confused at the time. I have another one of these little Too Faced ones. Do I need to keep this? I think this, oh, you know what? These are the same, I think these are all the same things, right? Let me take a look. Let me open up one of these packages and see if it's exactly the same. No, these ones are actually nicer. These ones look like the other chocolate one. And it smells more like chocolate. This is another little tiny bronzer. You know what? Maybe I'll put this in like a little travel case. Like my carry-on bag makeup. We'll keep it just because it's small. I know it performs well. We're down to it. I've got two of the ColourPop cream bronzers. One of them is well, they're Super Shocks. These were brand new. One of them is in Get Sandy and one of them is in Paradise City. Thought I had another one, but I didn't find it. So maybe it's in with the blushes, but because they've overgrown their boxes. But these are both very pretty, and I would have thought that Paradise City would have been too dark because it's awfully rich. However, during the summer, it actually looked pretty good. Here's another random highlighter that ended up in the bronzer category. This is an e.l.f. jelly highlighter. I actually really liked this. This reminded me of some of the liquid highlighters that I've had. So I'm going to keep that one because I enjoyed it. Another cream bronzer. This one's relatively new to the collection. I feel like this came in a subscription or no, I had ordered from Beauty Blender. I'd ordered some foundations. Hated the foundations, but I actually don't mind this little bronzer and highlighter duo. So there's a cream bronzer and a cream highlighter in the same little container, and they actually work really well for me. And it feels like the Super Shocks or the there's like a putty consistency, so I'm gonna keep it. I've got a couple of these Hula from Benefit. Some of these are the minis. I liked the brush that came with it because I thought that gave you a nice contour, and the powder was a good shade for me. This is just old. That's more than 2 years. We're getting rid of that one. This one is brand new. Brand new brush, brand new bronzer. I think it's the same shade. We're gonna keep that one. And then I have these 3 little minis. I don't think I need to keep these. Yeah, so there's the one, this is the second one. It is brand new, hasn't even been used. And then I've got this one says light, Hula light. I think I'm getting rid of both of these. I don't know about this one. Should I keep this one? It's brand new. You know what? I'm going to keep this little one. I think the rest of these things, I'm keeping most of the rest of it. I don't know if I should or not. The Pure, nope, I'm not going to keep this one. This one's from Pure. This one's too shiny. This is a Mineral Glow. Too shiny for my textured skin. This one from Beauty Bay. Is it too red? Hold on. No, it might be almost too yellow. I'm going to keep this one. Nope, I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to keep the Sigma one though. This one was beautiful. This is actually, what do they call this? An Aura powder. It's in the shade In the Saddle. I bought this specifically as a bronzer. I didn't buy it as a face powder. I knew it was going to be too rich for me, but I love it. I think it was on sale at the time. This is a new bronzer from Sigma. Absolutely love this. I got this and a blush at the same time. This is a matte bronzer in medium. Love, love, love it. Speaking of Sigma, not getting rid of this. This is a Sculpt face powder. I've got 3 shiny ones and 3 dark ones. This is probably going to be too deep for me forever, but I can use it as an eyeshadow. So I don't mind these all on one face palettes. I've kept a number of them now. My last 2 products, well, no, this is my last 2 brands. I've got Hourglass. This is one of those ambient glow highlighter kits. Why do I have it in with my bronzers? I don't know. This one's a little bit more of a bronzer type blush shade. What is this called? Diffused Bronzer in Light. I actually like the Hourglass blushes, so we're gonna keep that. And then this is the very last thing in here. This is Burberry. I actually kind of forgot that I had this. I bought a bunch of Burberry stuff from like Nordstrom Rack a few years ago. Not a few years ago, like a year and a half ago. And this, I think I used it one time. Completely forgot I had it because I keep it in this little case and they all look exactly the same. So I forget which ones are blushes. Then I was going through and doing some sorting and I went, such a beautiful bronzer. We're gonna keep that one too. So I think I feel like I got rid of a third to a half. It's better than what I started with. I've got differences between bronzers, cream bronzers, powder bronzers, putties, and then of course there's some random other sparkly bits in here that probably didn't belong in this category, but we've gotten through yet another video. We are so close to getting through this massive declutter project that I have. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this long. There will be another video in the next day or 2. Some of it's going to be my regular content. Some of it is going to be more of this massive declutter thing that I'm going through, trying to get things under control. I love you guys. I wish you guys nothing but happiness. I hope you guys stick around. Yeah, wish me luck that I keep my sanity here. Until my next video. Bye for now.